be presenting a roadmap on how to get to zero gas market.
Okay. I'm asking this because I'm from Hungary, so
Of course, you're interested in that also. Yeah.
Renewable energy is much cheaper than the fossil alternatives, so that will bring the prices down. Also, if we are better connected in Europe, our electricity systems, so via more grids, via more interconnectors, that will bring down the prices as well. And finally, the gas market, the traders, they need to be better controlled so that we make sure that they don't have profits that are too high. With these measures, we will save in Europe around 45 billion euros already the next year. So already from now and a year ahead. This will then, of course, increase. So the savings will be bigger. And in 2030, we will save more than 130 billion euros a year. So this is enormous amounts. Obviously, this will also mean not only better competitiveness for our industries, but also for our households.
Low-carbon competitive businesses. This is what the European Commission wants to create with its new Clean Industry Pact.
A country reeled by another sex abuse trial. France's largest ever child sexual abuse trial opened in Brittany this week, with 74-year-old former surgeon Joël Losquanec charged with raping or abusing 299 victims. The retired surgeon is accused of disguising the abuse he carried out, mostly in 2001, as medical acts.
Effectivement, je pense que ma cliente, entre autres, peut espérer qu'au moment où elle sera entendue le 27 mars prochain, la Cour puisse l'entendre avec toute la justesse qui s'impose. Parce que faire cette démarche de venir déposer à la Cour, c'est une démarche d'une difficulté folle. Se présenter avec à sa gauche son agresseur, c'est d'une difficulté redoutable. Être capable de le faire, c'est déjà une victoire en soi. Et ce que j'aimerais plus que tout, c'est que à cette occasion, cet homme-là ne conteste rien, s'excuse. On n'aura pas de réponse, on n'aura pas de clé de compréhension, parce qu'il n'y a rien de compréhensible dans tout cela, et je ne pense pas qu'on soit en capacité de comprendre quoi que ce soit.
The surgeon's ex-wife, who appeared in court on Monday, is accused of being aware of the crimes, an allegation she denies. For some of the victims, there is incontrovertible evidence for this.
Aujourd'hui, à travers cette lettre, on entend ses motivations à garder le silence. Aujourd'hui, elle doit répondre de ce silence aussi.
The trial comes as activists push to lift taboos that have long surrounded sexual abuse in France, months after the Gisèle Pelicot case drew to a close.
In recent days, many people have gathered outside the Gemelli Hospital where the Pope is being treated to offer their support and prayers. They light candles, leave cards, drawings, or simply stand in solidarity. A daily prayer is being held here every afternoon. We spoke to some of them. Let's take a listen.
Venire qui per me è come per essere in questa stanza con lui, perché il Papa è una persona semplice, chi ama i poveri, chi è vicino alla gente semplice e ci ha insegnato per essere così, per andare a periferia. Lo so, ho fiducia che il Dio ascolta la nostra preghiera, che lui guadagna la salute per continuare il lavoro che lui ha già cominciato.
È una situazione chiaramente di apprensione e in cui comunque si è sentita, io ho percepito insomma la vicinanza al papato in questo momento e quindi sono ritenuto opportuno partecipare ai momenti di preghiera perché oltre che personali anche pubblica, perché è una forma di vicinanza anche di dimostrazione di attenzione e amore della Chiesa per il papato in questo momento. Anche il gesto, anche in questo momento di dolore, di chiamare per esempio la parola parrocchia a Gaza sia una cosa molto commovente.
Francesco è stato presente perché mio padre è stato un emigrante in Argentina all'epoca di Perón, era uno di quegli italiani che è partito in quarta classe e è andato giù, quindi l'Argentina è una seconda patria per me. È stato presente perché mi ricordava mio padre.
Giorgia Orlandi for Euronews at Gemelli Hospital in Rome.
The Ukrainian army is fighting a decisive battle on the Pokrovsk front line in the Donetsk region of eastern Ukraine.
Вони постійно роблять спроби прорвати фронт. Це активні тут бойові дії зараз ідуть.
Shooting orders are very frequent. It's the fourth time in a row within a few minutes. Fears that Russian troops could capture or bypass the nearby city of Pokrovsk and move deeper into the country are higher than ever. So we just arrived in Pokrovsk and you can hear the outgoing shelling. Most of the town's population was evacuated. Those remaining are hard to convince.
Скажіть, бажання покинути город є?
Нема. Куди?
Що, підкажіть?
Нема куди.
Так є куди. Є пропозиції по селах.
Могилки моїх віков, я не буду нікуди переїжджати.
We head to western Donbass. This is Ukraine's major coal mining basin, a crucial industry for the country's energy supply and a potential target for Moscow. The area's oldest mine is operating full swing, with the help of an increasing number of women as more and more men are being mobilized. Oksana fled her hometown of Bakhmut in the Donetsk region. Her father and eldest son were killed in the Russian bombings 2 years after she'd lost her mother and husband to COVID.
Я стараюсь помочь и самой себе, и стране, и поэтому виходить, в мене все виходить.
She found a second breath at the mine and also in this dance school. A choreographer before the war, Oksana now gives dance classes to teenage girls.
Во-первых, движет мной, наверное, большая любовь к детям, к искусству и, наверное, вера в лучшее, вера в нашу победу, мир наш. Вот.
Friedrich Merz, Germany's incoming chancellor, met with French President Emmanuel Macron in Paris on Wednesday evening for unofficial talks. The two leaders discussed Macron's recent trip to the US, where he met President Donald Trump. And the goal was to come up with a united response to the lightning rapprochement between the US and Russia.
The American president launched a series of threats against the 27 bloc earlier on Wednesday, promising to slap tariffs up to 25% on EU goods, which will also likely fuel the discussions. Wednesday's dinner marks Friedrich Merz's first international visit since his party won the German elections on Sunday, signaling a new era for the Franco-German partnership after years of tensions between Macron and outgoing Chancellor Olaf Scholz.
Around 112 migrants rescued off the coast of Libya have reached Tuscany in central Italy. The Ocean Viking ship, operated by the SOS Mediterranean, docked in the port of Livorno on Wednesday morning. According to the NGO, the migrants, mostly from Bangladesh, Egypt, Somalia and Syria, were rescued in 2 operations over the weekend. At least 129 people trying to reach Europe have already disappeared or died in the Mediterranean Sea this year, according to the International Organization for Migration, IOM.
Legendary actor Gene Hackman and his wife Betsy Arakawa have died, say the police, who found the pair alongside their dog during a welfare checkup at their home in New Mexico on Wednesday. He was 95 years old and she was 63. Police say no foul play is believed to be involved. Hackman was a prolific Oscar-winning actor whose studied portraits range from reluctant heroes to conniving villains. He was a frequent and versatile presence on screen from the 1960s into the 21st century. His dozens of films included the Academy Award favourites The French Connection and Unforgiven, and a breakout performance in Bonnie and Clyde. Betsy Arakawa was a classical pianist. Archaeologists in Pompeii have uncovered rare frescoes that offer fresh insight into religious practices in the ancient city before it was destroyed. The discovery features a life-scale frieze that spans 3 walls of a banquet hall, presenting vivid imagery of the mysteries of Dionysus. These were the initiation rituals for the followers of Dionysus, the ancient Greek god of wine, fertility, theatre and religious ecstasy, promising spiritual enlightenment and possibly a blessed afterlife. Pompeii was an ancient Roman city near modern-day Naples in Italy. It was famously destroyed and buried under volcanic ash and pumice when nearby Mount Vesuvius erupted in 79 AD. Due to the ash, it is one of the most well-preserved historical sites in the world.